Opening your pool at the right time isn't just about when you want to swim, it's about protecting your pool water from algae. In the US, many people think about opening their pools around the middle or end of May or when school's out. While this feels like a good time to start swimming, it actually might be too late to stop algae. And if you're trying to time your pool opening perfectly, just remember the 70-degree rule. Plan to open your pool when daytime temperatures stay consistently above 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. It might still be too cold for swimming, but it's warm enough for algae to start growing, especially if you have a mesh cover letting in sunlight. So, if it's at least 70 degrees during the day, open your pool, clean your surfaces, balance your water chemistry, and get your water circulating and filtering before a massive algae bloom. Even if your nighttime temperatures are cooler, it's still time to open your pool. And if nighttime temperatures get really cold, like close to freezing, just keep your pump running overnight and the water moving to prevent freezing issues. Okay, so 70 degrees is the general rule. But what if the weather is unpredictable or fluctuates between cold and hot? What if temperatures drop to freezing occasionally? What if you have a giant pollen bloom in the spring? What if you have a salt system? Here are a few other considerations to keep in mind based on where you live and what kind of pool system you have. If you live somewhere hot and dry all year, open your pool in early March and close it in November. This is desert climates in the US, like West Texas, southern and arid parts of California, and the southern parts of Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada. You're not getting extreme winter temperatures, but temperatures do come down in the winter, especially at night. If you're somewhere with hot summers and mild winters, you can open your pool in late March or early April and close it in late October or early November. This includes most of the southern US like California, Arizona, Nevada, northern and central Florida, and central and east Texas. You have longer summers and shorter winters, and you rarely get freezing temperatures. You may even need to open your pool earlier, depending on the weather that year. If you're somewhere with hot summers and cold winters, you can plan to open your pool in late April or early May and close in late September or early October. This includes anywhere that gets all 4 seasons, like parts of the Midwest, the Mid-Atlantic, and parts of New England. You should start to see warmer temperatures by late April, depending on the weather that year and your exact location. But May is usually a safe bet for most of those areas. Finally, if you're somewhere with mild summers and cold winters, don't open your pool until June or July and plan to close it in early September. You have the shortest pool season of everyone since your summers don't get as hot. This includes the Pacific Northwest, Minnesota, Michigan, and Upper New England. Of course, you can always open your pool sooner if you have a pool heater and when you want to start using it. But I'm curious, when do you usually open your pool? Is this accurate for where you live? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you accidentally open your pool too early, don't panic. If there's a surprising drop in temperatures, just leave your pump running and reinstall your pool cover until the weather warms up. You'll definitely want the water circulating if it's near freezing. Now, what if you live somewhere with a pollen problem? You already know how frustrating it is when pollen collects in your pool. Unfortunately, when you open your pool, is a trade-off between algae and pollen. Try to wait until after the first big pollen bloom before you open your pool. But if daytime temperatures are already at a steady 70 degrees, it's best to open your pool, run the pump continuously, and filter out the pollen from the water. If you want a quick tip, you can just take a skimmer sock and put it over your skimmer, and that'll help collect the pollen, or you can use pantyhose. Finally, keep in mind that it's harder to keep your pool sanitized when the water is cold. Saltwater systems typically stop producing chlorine when the water temperature drops below 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 16 degrees Celsius. And chlorine also becomes less effective at those temperatures since chemical reactions slow down. So while you won't have any algae in the water when it's colder, it's harder to keep things sanitized if you decide to swim. Now remember, if the outside temperature is consistently above 70 degrees, don't wait. Open, clean, and treat your pool to avoid opening up to an algae nightmare. And if you want an easy-to-use reference guide to help with pool opening, you can check out the Pool Care Handbook. It walks you through every step of the process and helps you keep your water crystal clear from day one. That's it. Thanks again, and happy swimming.